Hello YouTube Vintage Stereo Restorers. I'm just going to hold the camera for this one. Tell you where I'm at. Some of these tube ones take a lot of work. There's the new filters and power resistors. There's the four Sovtech tubes. And a new old stock Westinghouse rectifier tube. And here's what I find putting a signal into this. Right channel is okay. Sounds okay. Left channel is a bit garbly. And the way this basically works, the two 12AX7s are not involved in anything that's line level, so the tuner and auxiliary inputs, they actually go right through the volume and tone controls and into these 6BM8, which is a 6F3P in Soviet talk. Date code 75 on there. So half of this tube is a 12AT7, the other half is kind of a 6AQ5. So basically you get two tubes in one. So you have one as the preamp. So it feeds into, from the tone controls, into the 12AT7 on this 6BM8. I know this sounds like a puzzle. And then comes back out again and into this one where the phase splitting is done, and then the two power side of them, the 6AQ5 side, work together as a push-pull amplifier. And so when I get into garbly stuff like that, well, first things, capacitors, like for sure, okay? But if you look at this, they are ceramic caps, so they won't sound great, but they're not going to sound that awful. What you end up with is resistors out of tolerance, especially anything in the power circuit. And so what I did is this one here, this is supposed to be an 823. It's about 1100, 1.1 meg, so it's way out. The 150K is actually 153, so that's fine. And there's a 1 meg up here, and it's about 1.24 meg. And then you have the 220K resistor here, and it's about 370 ohms. 370K ohms. So the voltages are all wrong on these two tubes. They're just not there. That's why it's not sounding so good. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got some polyester caps, some 0.022s, some 1 meg resistors. For the 220K, which feed, it's another voltage divider. So those I've gone up to a 2-watt metal film because they're the ones that could go up in flames. The other one, the signal ones, they can be a 1-watt like this. Anyway, this is going to take a little while, but I just thought I'd tell you where this is at. So I'm basically going to get rid of the ceramic caps, get rid of all the resistors on this stage, and then test it and see what it sounds like. Put the tubes back in. You got to be really patient on these. It can be a long slug. I would say because of the age, now you look at something early 60s, really most of the resistors are going to end up replacing. It just seems to be the way it is now. 20 years ago, you'd fix the ones, replace the ones that are bad. I'm going to end up into these two 12AX7s, the phono stage, which does work. I tested it, but it's, let me do an impersonation. I'm Rich Little doing a phono stage. There you go. Yeah, so there's several resistors. I think about 4 resistors that should be changed into 6, those two 12AX7s, and 6 disc caps. And then this thing should sound awesome. Thanks for watching.